Hello there, YouTube. It's me, Gabriel Nagle here, founder of WBFC Weather Buddies Forecasting Central. In today's second video, we are going to be discussing about the monsoon awareness a little bit, and this will be becoming a common theme in the next coming month or two. So, I hope you like this video, and let's dive right in. So, we are going to be discussing monsoon awareness and discussions today. Plus, I have a monsoon forecast for anyone who wants to visit the Intermountain West. So let's get started with this video, shall we? Let's ask ourselves, well, what is the monsoon? The monsoon, meaning Mawsum, Arabic for season or seasonal wind, is a seasonal prevailing wind that drives moisture to subtropical regions. This weather event occurs primarily during the summer months from June to September in the northern hemisphere, subtropical regions, and December to March in the southern hemisphere subtropical regions. This particular weather event has its own dangerous components surrounding from flash flooding to severe outbreaks that can occur when conditions are ripened enough for these events to happen. What severe weather hazards does the monsoon have? Well, unlike its predecessor, severe weather season, it is more focused on the Intermountain West region of the United States and also pertains to other subtropical regions which pertain to these events. Flash flooding, hail, damaging winds, and tornadic behavior. So as you may know, this weather phenomena has its own severe weather components that many people are not aware of. On the next slide, we'll be showing a series of photos this weather event has. So in the next slide I'm going to show you guys has multiple photos of the monsoon and what type of weather hazard it has. And a lot of these photos are taken in the desert southwest, but could pertain to other regions of the world. So let's go ahead and, again, show you some of these photos. So in Santa Rosa, New Mexico, there was a massive hailstorm that had broke out in about this exact same time back in 2013. A massive hailstorm had broken out loose and brought major feet of hail. And so that is one of the events that this event has brought, is a lot of hail. And sometimes it could be little hailstones like this where it looks like snow. You guys may be sitting there thinking to yourself, that is not hail, that is snow. No, it is hail. I saw it on the news. There was a report. There was a thunderstorm that went through this region of the state. And so, yes. So this is in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. And again, was a major hail threat that had occurred during a monsoon outbreak. Again, look at and if you guys can give me a measurement on that, please do. And give me an idea how much hail has been measured in this photo. Next photo. A tornado in Socorro, New Mexico. This tornado that had brought some damaging to locations, and this was also the same year that this hail event had occurred, was back in 2013. This tornado that brought this weather event that brought this tornado was the monsoon. And as you guys can see, that is an EF1 at the least. And the reason why, because if you guys look at its bush, it has a nice bush and it has a nice funnel. It actually goes past, you can't see sorry about the noise in the background. You can't see where the clouds have made this tornado, but it is a very strong tornado and again is dangerous and can occur during a monsoon outbreak. What is this next photo you may be looking at? The word to its scientific name may sound funny, but it's called a haboob. A dust storm that occurs during a massive wind outbreak from severe thunderstorms that are a few miles away. This dust storm had occurred in the, not Phoenix, but Tucson, Arizona, and had its own interesting weather event. This occurred in 2008. As you can see, the monsoon does have its severe outbreaks. Excuse my coughing, by the way. but it does have its severe outbreaks. Look at this next photo, for instance. A flash flood event that occurred in just southwest of Durango, Colorado. This flash flood event that had occurred was caused by a monsoon outbreak that storms had dumped a lot of water. As you can see, there's a little bit of, I think it's either a sidewalk or a road, I am not fully sure. But look at the dangers of this water that is just flowing over this area. And by the way, a person that took this picture is a tourist, which we're going to be talking about tourists and their importance and related to this weather phenomenon. Moving on to the next slide. As you may have noticed from the previous slide, that has a lot of different weather events inside one big weather event. Let's use an analogy here. Let's look at a tree trunk, for instance. A tree trunk may just look like one big log. But look closer. Do you see the layers inside that log? Also, let's use another analogy. Heck with it. You see a box and assume it's just in any other box or an ordinary box. Well, what do you get when you open it? A bunch of other items. Sorry about that. The monsoon is the same as this opening a box or a tree trunk. It has the same principle. It is a weather event that may just look like a normal weather event from the outside, but it is rather the inside is where it has all of its severe components. See where I'm going with this, guys? See where I'm going with this? So yeah. What is the purpose of monsoon awareness, you may be wondering? Well, here it is. The purpose of monsoon awareness is to cover local residents that know of the hazards of this weather event has. But it is also used to let outsiders like tourists, here we go with tourists, that don't realize but know the exact same thing. The threats that this weather event has and the effects it has on others. Okay, so let's say there are a few families who want to visit the Grand Canyon who don't live in this particular region during the midsummer and want to camp there. Let's just say from June to July. But they are unaware of the weather patterns in this location. It is best to know that the long-term meteorological scale of weather patterns that occur here, and thus making sure that they are safe and know the consequences of the types of weather and comes to the Grand Canyon, whether positive or negative. So in reference to the consequences portion. So monsoon awareness sounds great, but how much a state does it cover, and what is its population? Well, the monsoon covers. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. My eyes are starting to close up on me. Well, the monsoon event covers itself through these following states. Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Nevada are the primary states, but also can cover sub-states like Eastern California and southwestern half of Wyoming, which covers about 2,000 square miles of a state, estimated. And also the estimated population of this awareness was 40 million people, plus the tourists who come and visit this Intermountain West region. So not only the monsoon considerably has its own hazards, it also provides much needed waters to drought-stricken areas. So if you are planning on coming to the Intermountain West to see the beautiful desert oranges to the mountains of green, please take caution of the summer's monsoon outbreak. Or outlook, I should be saying. Yeah, please stay cautious of the summer's monsoon outlook. It just may protect you and loved ones from a deadly weather event that could strike at any given time. On the next slide is going to be our monsoon forecast meter, which you guys are going to like, which I hope you will enjoy this monsoon awareness topic and the forecast meter. Ready for the forecast meter? Ta-da! There it is, the forecast meter. So let's go ahead and read this little description right here. So, if you guys want to take a pause and look at this, feel free, but I'm going to go ahead and explain how this monsoon meter works, and then we'll go ahead and end it off here. The forecast for a strong monsoon this year is at 48%. There will be possibly 1 to 3 to 2 to 4 outbreaks, but generally a typical monsoon season. See where this arrow is pointing? So it's pointing at a slightly weak monsoon season this year. But it's kind of almost pointing, if you almost look at it, it's almost like right in the middle there. And the reason why that is because the way this meter is made. Which will be up, well, this, and I will also quickly mention this, guys, that this monsoon meter will be given out more often to you guys. And as you guys can see, I have a disclaimer at the bottom here, and it's actually a copyright disclaimer, but I will be giving you guys this meter to show you the forecast more often to see where this arrow may land on every forecast. So this monsoon meter will be given 3 times every year. It'll usually be given at the end of the month of May, going into June, and then going towards the end of the month of June. And the reason why I include the end of the month of June, which is around Monsoon Awareness Week, is primarily because the end of the month of June, there are, that's when the monsoon's already, like, happening, and plus the monsoon lasts up until usually around late August, early September. But if you guys so happen to really like this monsoon forecast and awareness topic, please give this video a thumbs up, share with family and friends that are thinking about visiting the Intermountain West this summer, and take precautionary measures during the monsoon season. Alright, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and may God bless you, and just enjoy the weather content, and yep, I just hope you love it. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.